In this video, let's take a look at the basics of creating question banks in our Viewlet project and then populating them with question slides. If you don't see your question banks tab loaded down here, go up to the View menu, select Tabs, and then select Question Banks. With the Question Banks tab selected, go ahead and click the icon to add a question bank. Now in this dialog in the General tab, we'll go ahead and give our bank a name, so we'll call this one Bank 00. Of course, you can name yours whatever you need. Then choose a scoring mode for your bank. Now you can either have quiz scored questions in a bank or survey not scored questions in a bank. You can't mix scoring modes for question types within the same bank. For this bank, we'll go ahead and have scored slides, and then in the scoring tab we can opt to override settings in project properties as needed or not. Once you've made your settings and your selections, go ahead and click OK, and it will create the bank right here. Now, there may be times when you want to go ahead and have some banks containing scored slides and others containing survey slides that are not scored. Simply create another bank or as many banks as you need. So we'll go ahead and do that now. We'll add another question bank. We'll call this one Bank 01, and we'll make this scoring mode for this one Survey, and we'll click OK. As you create your banks, they'll be added to the list here. Now, the next thing we need to do is go ahead and populate our question banks with question slides. To do this, select the bank you want to work with, and then go ahead and click the Insert Question Slides button to open up the dialog to insert your questions. And then simply add your questions. So for this one, we're going to go ahead and choose maybe drag drop, and we'll say drag the image over ... Keep in mind the scoring mode is determined by the bank, so we won't be able to change it here. Then we can choose an auto layout template for our slide. That particular topic is covered in a different video, so for now we'll just keep this one selected and click OK. And again, you can add as many questions as you need to at this point. So let's go ahead and add one more. So this time we'll add a click map, and we'll say click on the appropriate ... Again, scoring mode is already determined by the bank. We'll keep this auto layout template selected and click OK. Once you've added all of your question slides, you can actually go over to the Options tab as you're creating them and change the style sheet applied to them. For now, we'll keep the default selected. But again, once you've created all of your question slides, simply click OK to add them to the selected bank. And once you've added them to the bank, you can actually go ahead and select the slide you want to work with, and then it will display in the slide edit area, and then you can go ahead and create your setup for it for your question text, lay it out however you need, and so on, just like you would any other project slide. And if you need to populate a different bank with questions, for example, we have this other bank for survey questions, again, simply select the bank and then open up the Insert Questions dialog and just add your questions. For this one, we'll just do a Likert scale, and we'll say rate your experience with ... Again, the scoring mode is already determined. We'll keep this auto layout template selected and then click OK. We can populate this with as many as we need. For this example, we'll just keep one there and then click OK. And again, it's added into the bank. So now that you've learned how to add question banks to your Viewlet projects and populate them with question types, go ahead and play around with this on your own and do what works best for your project. That's it for this topic. If you have any questions while working with Qarbon's products and services, please visit us online at www.qarbon.com. Happy Viewleting!